Your YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to the recap. Even though it's not a recap, it's prediction time. Yes, sir. Major one officially here. We got our predictions right here from last week. Major one's here. Madrid, hosted by Toronto. I'm not one to complain. I'm not one to complain. Madrid, low-key should have been heretics, am I right? Like, Spain, Miami, I know they all Spaniards. Like, what was the situation there, right? Because we have, two Toronto events. Even, enough of that. I'm confused about that, though. Low-key should have been Miami hosting that. I wonder if it was money issues or something, or maybe it was Miami, and then Toronto was like, yo, let me help you guys out, but the league was like, yeah, you guys have to put the name Toronto in it. That's what's popping up in my head. I think Miami still hosted it. I mean, it's in Spain. Oh, it's gonna be a great event, man. Thursday, 5:30 a.m. I think for us in West Coast. So, I mean, I ain't complaining. I know our European brothers and sisters over there have to stay up till like 3 in the morning for like our games, or like our third and fourth game of the days. So, hey, it's worth it. It's worth it. Moving on. Let's get it. I'm gonna start with the first game of the day. Starting with the first game of the day, Boston, Atlanta. I mean, they just played recently, probably 2 weeks ago, I think, or last week. FaZe with a sweep, but then again, Boston with a Game 5 win against the Thieves. I don't know. Who's the best team in the game? I don't know. Optic. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. But Boston, Breach, and the Atlanta FaZe. Yo, I think low-key, this goes Game 5. Boston returns the favor. I mean, they did get swept their last meetup, right? But FaZe wins this, but don't count Boston out. Who would they play? Cloud9. All right, yeah, good luck. But then again, Cloud9 have been on fraud watch recently too. But moving on once again. Ultra Surge, they think they played within the first week or the first 2 weeks of the season, which Ultra won in Game 5, right? I think it was a reverse sweep, no? But Ultra have the win against them. I think Surge currently 4-3 against the 6-1 Ultra. So in a way, I see Ultra still struggling. Not Ultra, sorry. Surge still struggling. But, I mean, you have 4 wins. You're not doing that bad. Compared... No, never mind. Never mind. Because, I mean, they're still 7th place. And then they're just behind 2 points to Heretics and, like, Gorillas and Rocker. Which, I mean, I'll get back to that. Because we have these 2 bangers of matchups. Thieves, Ravens. And then you have Heretics, Optic, and then this is basically home team versus home team, because Optic has a basically home field advantage in every venue they're at, versus the Spaniards. You know what I mean? I'm a Spanish fan in soccer, of course, not in Call of Duty, but Barça. But you're in Madrid, right? So just because of like non-biased, but biased, because I'm an Optic fan and a Barca fan, and we're playing in Madrid, Spain, Miami. That link up already. But I'm gonna just say Optic takes that 3-1 for one reason: the way the boys have been shooting. They are shooting. You seen the Ultra match, right? We all seen that. But Miami, on the other hand, 2-5. They sneak into the top 8, right? You have Gorillas and Rocker both 2-5 with 20 points. But I think they just had the head-to-head or the point, or the what's it called, the match wins percentage. They probably had a higher percentage than that. But once again, Heretics is not doing the best this year. They dropped Vickle, or they benched him. You bring in Dude in, so you're still meshing. Yeah, same thing with Optic kind of, but they haven't lost since bringing in Hook. I was about to say it's kind of the same thing. Like, you're still meshing with the team, but even like the players that said it themselves, they're meshing with Hook well. They're gonna keep the roster like that. So based on how they're playing, I think they take the win against Heretics. And then Ravens, Thieves, 3rd place against 4th place, 5-2 against 5-2. I don't think they played against each other in the minor, right? If that's correct, I don't think they played against each other in the minor. Damn, I just skipped the whole page. But I don't think they played against each other in the minor. But oh wait, no, I'm about to say this is the final, but Phase is in the final. But Ravens, Thieves, it's gonna be a good matchup. You got, but the way I'm seeing this, Thieves just lost their last match, and Ravens just lost their last match. But this is going game 5. But I think Thieves have the upper hand just because I think Ravens have lost back-to-back matches. And I think the momentum still comes in like different in LAN. You have Hydra, who hasn't been playing like at his best online, but when it comes to LAN, I think it comes different. I mean, same thing with Tej. Tej has been frying online. I don't know if it's gonna be different on LAN or anything, but you gotta remember one thing: Thanos. Thanos is the one we have to watch out for, because I did say that in the minors that Thanos is going to be the problem for Optic. What happened? He literally, the 3-piece in the end, called match. But I think Ravens are still going to start struggling a little bit. They're not going to go down. It's not a downhill for them, right? But I think Thieves get the win against the Ravens 100%. Moving on, we got losers matches now. Heretics, Gorillas starting it off. And then once again, 2-5, 2-5. At this point, Miami will be 2-6. But hey, I think Gorillas, they have to start showing up, man. I want this team to be good because the players they have, like, I think they have the potential to be a great team. So for that reason, I'm sorry, Spain. I'm sorry, Heretics. But I'm going to give the upset to the Gorillas because it's LAN. I think Kismet's going to turn up, especially on LAN. Sky's going to do his thing, but I think Kismet's going to be the main factor here. And low-key, they might make a run because you have Ravens, Falcons, and we all know who's winning this game. Game 5, Vegas Falcons, take it. You play on LAN. No, I'm just kidding. Ravens, it's like, what am I trying to say here? I don't think the Falcons are a bad team. Like, they can make subs. They have made subs. The players have been shooting, man. What match was that they played last? Was it against the Ravens? I forgot who they played last, but I remember watching their game, and they were playing really good in the. Oh, I think it was against the Gorillas, but they were playing really good in the hard point in the beginning. I mean, they lost it, but they were playing good. They were playing really good. So I think on LAN it's different, but I don't know. As much as I want to give the Falcons the win, you play against Ravens though. You know, that's like probably one of the worst matchups you would want either way for the Falcons, because you got Ravens losing. You play them. You got Thieves losing, you play Thieves. So I think either way for the Falcons, it just might be wraps this season. I mean, not season, this tournament, because the low-key might make a comeback. You never know, right? Moving on, Surge, Rocker, Boston, Cloud9. And this is how I see these matches going. I think Rocker and Surge have had plenty of matchups. I'm going to give Vancouver the win because Rocker has slowly been on a downfall. Man, they started off good. I thought they were... I honestly thought they were going to be in winners, like, at least. But looking at them, they ended up 2-5. I think win percentage dropped down worse than the Gorillas, even though Gorillas have had feels like a worse start. Even though low-key, thinking about it now, it makes sense because Gorillas have had close matches that they lost. But I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about Minnesota. I thought they were doing better, and I think Surge is a team that's going to be on the comeback because who do they play? Who they get dropped down by? Ultra. So yeah, I think Ultra beats Surge, but Surge beats Rocker, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? That's how I see that matchup going down. And then same situation, Boston Cloud9. The way Boston has been playing compared to Cloud9 are just frauds. Sadly to say, with the players they have not been meshing well together. I thought they were going to be a top 4 team. They got invited to the Kason tournament, right? It was Cloud9, FaZe, Optic, and Thieves. I thought they were going to be a top 4 team. They're 11th place. Like, I actually thought they were going to do way better, man. With the players they have, I'm like, so I'm sad for them, bro. Like, they need to be up here. They need to be top 6. They need to be top 5 at least. Come on, like, they're losing this game, but y'all have to wake up after this, C9. Like, honestly, yeah, I got the players to do it. Moving on, Thieves Optic. What a matchup we have here. We played this already online. We seen how it went, right? We seen how it went. Game 5, 2v1. Kenny pulls through. Boom, beams. We're on land. You got the crowd behind Optic and the players. And this depends to what I've been saying, what everyone has been saying. If Hydra is the one to show up, Thieves take this roster. I mean, this match. Or, yeah, Thieves take the match. But if Hook is the one that shows up, I mean, we all know Shotzi, them, everyone's saying Hook. If he shows up on land, Optic takes the series. But when you have, we put in the factor, right? You compare both teams, 6-1, 5-2. One has the head-to-head against the other. Like, don't get me wrong. It's going game 5 again. Don't get me wrong. Thieves, yeah, great team. They might be in the finals. But you're going up against the basically 6-0 team. Basically, think about it, 6-0 team, and then Thieves, I think 2 out of the last 3 you lose. So it makes sense a little bit. It makes sense, right? And then Thieves Ultra. Oh, sorry, Thieves FaZe Ultra. Same thing. I think they played already, and I think FaZe beat them. But I mean, you start off struggling. Wait, no, I think Toronto beat them. But I think you start off struggling for FaZe. Toronto, you lose the Optic, but you're 6-0 as well. You know, you have that one loss, but you're not losing momentum. And that, for that reason, I think a game 5 once again happens, but Toronto is the one that takes it. I don't know. Toronto. I get FaZe's dominance right now, but Toronto they got shooters too, man. You got Joe Deceive shooting. Like, you can't count them out. And that's why I think I got them winning against that FaZe team right there. And on to the round 2 of losers, you got Gorillas, Ravens. Once again, like I said earlier, it's the same thing for Falcons. No matter what, if it's Thieves down here or the Ravens, it's gonna be tough either way. So I got a game 4 victory for the Ravens. Gorillas probably take control, but Surge hardpoints taken by the Ravens. That, yeah. And this right here is gonna be a great matchup. Vancouver Breach, game 5. Give it to the Boston Breach. Like I said, they're on fire. Surge, yeah, you're 4-3 compared to the 5-2. He's one loss difference. Oh well, right? But I think Boston just carries that momentum against, you know, they just beat Thieves, which we have the rematch right here, which I'll get right into. But first, FaZe Ravens. And then I think we just get the rematch of the final. Same thing, game 5, given to the FaZe. And I don't really got much to say about that. You know what? The more I think about it, Slash is gonna want his revenge against them. Tej is gonna want to go crazy, and then, you know, they're probably gonna shoot some bodies, and then something gonna happen. I don't know. I low-key see Ravens winning this. The more I think about it, Slash is not gonna want to lose the FaZe. They're on land. He's Thanos. He got to collect them Infinity Stones one way or another, right? Why not start with the Twins? Fuck it. And then the rematch, Thieves Breach. Should I do the upset? Should I make the upset? Should I just like do it? Should I just give it to like the Breach? Should I give it to the Breach? It's going game 5, but no, Thieves take it. I think Thieves, they're gonna want the revenge against them. People are like, oh yeah, you lost to Boston, but then again, Boston's 5-2. They're not doing bad, right? Not doing bad. And then as we move on right here, Ravens Thieves. This is gonna be a great match, which I got game 5 going to LA Thieves. As we head out onto Sunday, like we just said, we got Ravens getting eliminated by the Thieves. Ultra, Optic, Here we go, winners finals. Same thing happens. Boom, 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 3-1. I would say game 5, but I think it's the same thing. Hardpoint, Surge to Optic. Control prior to Toronto, and then Hardpoint once again to Optic. I think that's how that matchup goes. They don't go game 5. I think the Surge, I think Optics dominates the Surge. Just in that, with that case, they get the 2-0 lead. You lose the control. You know, you're not worried too much, and you're just like, hey, we got just win one more hardpoint, one more respawn, we're good to go. All right, let's get it. And that's how that happens. And then Thieves Ultra, I think I would say Toronto keeps the momentum, but then again, you got Thieves winning against Boston, and then against the Ravens. So I think for that reason, they have more momentum coming into the losers finals. So they get the game 5 win against the losing team that just lost, right? And as we head into the grand finals, you have Optic, Thieves. What a matchup, what a matchup. Now you go to game 7. You go game 5 last time, right? You go game 5 last time. You have Hardpoint after that search, right? You have Hardpoint after that search. Optic so far, at the moment, compared to this Thieves team or versus this Thieves team, that 6-19 not going away, right? That hardpoint domination is gonna be there, especially on, I mean, depending on what map it is, like, especially you have Hacienda game 6, right? Game 6 hardpoint Hacienda. You know how that goes down, right? I don't think it'll go like crazy, like too crazy as a 4-0 sweep, as a 4-1 or anything like that. But I think just the hardpoint dominations continue for Optic. They might lose searches, but I think just respawns alone, you could see how they played like these past 6 games. Yeah, you lose to Boston, right? Yeah, you lose to the Ravens in search, but I think each team has their kryptonite, and at the moment, I think Thieves beat Ravens, Thieves beat FaZe, Toronto can beat FaZe. That, I think these teams, they're just slowly getting better. Teams I want to get better, Cloud9 and Surge. I think those two can bring it up. I think Surge is already in 7th place. Cloud9's 11th. I mean, this is the beginning of the season. You win 4 games and you're up there basically. But yeah, other than that, Optic, congrats. Hopefully, no bias, of course, but I'm just looking at on dominance and stats based on how everything's written down. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces, peace, adios, bye bye.